TV, one people, one voice.
Names are Honorable Chief Dr. Yohanna Dangiwa Joshua. I'm the president and founder of Jojo Classic Foundation and the chairman of Jojo Dynasty. Just as the saying goes, that to whom much is given, much is also expected. I want to use this opportunity to also thank God Almighty, because since I answered this calling, He has not neglected me. And one thing I believe in life is that service to humanity is service to God. And the only investment, the best, wise and best investment you can ever have in life is investing in humanity. And I've taken this as a challenge, knowing fully well my background, where I come from, and how I grew up to get to this level today. I made a vow, and I said I will not allow anybody that is close to me to pass through what I went through to be where I am today. So I choose this path to life to see how, with the little resources God has given me, how I can be able to reach out to the society, most especially the less privileged. And it really gives me joy when I help somebody, and the joy I see in that person's face is always a great motivation for me to do more, because it is not actually easy, most especially with the society we find ourselves today, with the challenges around. Many people today are out of school. Many people cannot even afford 2 or even 1 square meal in a day, and many people have turned into different kind of activities just to see how they can earn a living that are not even legal. So that is why we have come up with this foundation through our programs to see how we can be able to reduce the number of this suffering, most especially from our nearest communities that are most faced with such challenges. Well, let me correct an impression first, because my organization is not only on youth empowerment. We are into youth empowerment, widows empowerment, and also empowering people living with disability through our various programs. And you know, in a country like ours today, the major challenge of every youth is unemployment. And just as I always encourage the youths around, I tell them that the world today is looking for someone that has something to offer. So it's not necessarily that you must be educated to be able to earn a living. It's not necessarily that you must obtain a degree, or a master's degree, a PhD, or before you can begin to earn a living. No, you can decide to choose one of the skill acquisition programs, enroll, do very well, and when you come out and you know what you have done, and you're able to discharge your duty as supposed, you even earn a living even more than those that have PhD. Because the world today is not looking for those that have PhD, no, but people that have something to offer. Just as I always cite example with my students sometimes when they are doing their skill acquisition programs, I tell them, I say, see, instead of me giving my car to somebody that has PhD in mechanical engineering, it's better I give somebody that spent 3 years in the roadside learning it. Why? Because it's practically endowed. But the other side of the other opposite, the person is reading book. He doesn't have time for practical. So the world is looking for people that have something to offer. So skill acquisition program for the youth is very, very necessary. And I always talk to our politicians and say the best way they can invest, forget about water. We don't need water again. Leave water first. Forget about road. We'll manage our road, but be able to empower our youth in various skills. If you can empower 3 or 4 youths in a particular community, and tomorrow they are doing well, those 4 youths will bring water, they will bring road, they will bring all the basic amenities we need in the society. Just as I have told you before, what we are doing here today in this foundation is a vision that was born so many years ago, to see that we put smiles in the faces of the less privileged. And like my last year birthday, I remember during the birthday, we also did an empowerment program where we were able to distribute some wheelchairs to people living with disability. We gave some widows money to start up their businesses. I also sent some less privileged to go and learn some certain skill acquisitions. But this time around, because the orphanage and the IDP camps were not captured last year, and that is why this year we decided to also see how we can reach to them, because of the constraint of them not able to come out to meet us maybe in the office or during one of our programs outside. So I decided that this year is also their own time for me to reach out to them, and that is why we had to visit the IDP camp where children have been held at Suleja, and also the Abuja Motherless Baby Home here in Karo, to also see how we can reach out to them, see their challenges, and possibly, because what we actually did on the birthday was not all, because we were also there not only to give them food items and some basic things, but to also identify the challenges those children are facing, so that we'll see how in future we can also come in and give them the bright future they need, because there are many talents. We discovered there are many talents in the IDP camps, there are many talents in the motherless children's home, and we cannot be here and then see such potential waste away. So thank God we're able to go, and we have identified those challenges, we've seen the children, and we are looking up forward to see how we can still pay them some subsequent visits. As I've said earlier, the world today is looking for people that have things to offer. And aside running this organization, I want to tell you today that I'm a surveyor by profession. By God's grace, apart from this NGO, I'm also a partner with a real estate organization where I happen to be one of the directors. And whatever is due for me, whatever is being paid to me as my percentage for working there, I channel about 80% of it to the foundation. And this is how we have been sustaining the foundation. This is how the foundation has been growing. The money is not coming from heaven. The money is not coming from anywhere, but it is my personal savings that I've decided to channel into the activities of the foundation, even though we are still soliciting and we are still pleading for foreign partners and other NGOs to come and see how they can be of support through sponsorship and other programs.
Sound City TV, one people, one voice.